Hello and welcome to this edition of Parliament News. I'm Rukma. We begin with news from the Lok Sabha. Today, amid a din, the Lok Sabha passed a bill to amend the Income Tax Act, except which no work could be transacted in either House of Parliament because of the ruckus created by the opposition over demonetization. Opposition stalled both the Lok Sabha and the Rajya Sabha with the issue for the 9th consecutive day of the ongoing winter session as it continued to press its demands, like presence of Prime Minister Narendra Modi during the debate on the matter. The Lok Sabha passed the Income Tax Amendment Bill within minutes and without any discussion, which was introduced by Finance Minister Arun Jaitley yesterday. The bill was passed even as opposition ruckus continued in the House. The bill proposes to levy a total tax, penalty and surcharge of 50% on the amount deposited post-demonetization, while higher taxes and stiffer penalty of up to 85% await those who do not disclose but are caught. The proposed law also provides for black money declarants to mandatorily deposit 25% of the disclosed amount in anti-poverty schemes without interest and a 4-year lock-in period. Those who choose to declare their ill-gotten wealth stashed till now in banned ₹500 and 1,000 notes under the Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Yojana 2016 will have to pay a tax at the rate of 30% of the undisclosed income as per the new bill. Immediately after the bill was passed, the House was adjourned for the day at around 3 p.m. Earlier, a combative opposition raised their pitch and protested in the well as soon as the House met for the day at 11 a.m., prompting Speaker Sumitra Mahajan to adjourn it for half an hour. More than 30 opposition members, including those from the Congress, the TMC and the left, were in the well shouting slogans. Some of them even resorted to howling. AIA-DMK members were seen standing on their seats. Congress leader Mallikarjun Kharge tried to raise certain issues related to the bill to amend the Income Tax Act, but the Speaker did not allow it. Amid the din, one question and related supplementaries were taken up during question hour. As the ruckus continued, Mahajan adjourned the House till 11:30 a.m. When the House reassembled, opposition members again rushed to the well and raised slogans demanding admission of an adjournment motion to discuss the demonetization matter. As the protesting members continued sloganeering, the Speaker asked them to return to their seats, but to no avail. She, however, took another question amid the noisy scenes. She disapproved of the behavior of the protesting members and adjourned the House till noon. The House saw disruptions by opposition members again when it met at noon as they trooped into the well raising anti-government slogans. Sumitra Mahajan adjourned the proceedings till 2 p.m. within a few minutes after the House reassembled. When the House convened again, the opposition leaders once again raised the demand for a debate on demonetization through an adjournment motion, but no one trooped into the well. Hukum Singh, who was in the chair, asked them to wait till he asked members to lay the matters of urgent public importance they wanted to raise. However, he immediately adjourned the House till 2:30 p.m. Finance Minister Arun Jaitley, who was slated to move the bill to amend the Income Tax Act for consideration and passage, was also present. After the House was adjourned, Minister of State for Parliamentary Affairs S.S. Ahluwalia was seen talking to senior opposition members, apparently seeking their support to get the bill passed. The bill was then passed after the House met again at 2:30 p.m. And now news from the Rajya Sabha. The upper house also witnessed uproarious scenes continuously, leading to its repeated adjournments before the final one at just minutes after 2 p.m. Vociferous protests by opposition benches demanding the presence of the Prime Minister during the debate on demonetization began as the House met for the day. Opposition Congress, TMC and BSP members trooped into the well, raising slogans, forcing Deputy Chairman P.J. Kurian to adjourn the proceedings till noon. When the House reassembled and listed papers were laid, Mayawati of the BSP said the government was adopting an adamant stance and the Prime Minister should come to the House and listen to the discussion on hardships caused due to the ban on old 500 and 1,000 rupee notes. As the Congress, SP, TMC and other opposition members joined the protest, Kurian said the discussion on the issue can be resumed immediately as the government too was ready. Information and Broadcasting Minister Venkaiah Naidu said the debate, which was initiated on November 16, should be resumed and the Prime Minister will come and intervene. He questioned opposition's intentions of not debating and repeatedly stalling the House instead. At this point, opposition members trooped into the well, raising slogans demanding the Prime Minister's presence. Treasury benches countered them with pro-Modi slogans. House chairman asked members to go back to their places and start discussions, telling them that the Finance Minister was present and it has been promised that the Prime Minister will intervene. As protests continued, he said the opposition members actually did not want a discussion. He then adjourned the House till noon as Kurian called the House to order and called for tabling of listed papers. Opposition benches protested, pointing to the empty Treasury benches. Leader of the opposition, Ghulam Nabi Azad, pointed to the empty Treasury benches as Kurian called ministers to lay papers. He said there was enough quorum to run the House and the chair is not concerned about presence of Treasury or opposition benches. Nirmala Sitharaman and Venkaiah Naidu explained that the members were a bit delayed because of the BJP parliamentary party meeting. Kurian told the ministers that they were not bound to explain as their members have the right to be present or not present like the opposition members. Soon members from the ruling party started trooping in. There were protests again when Minister of State for Parliamentary Affairs Mukhtar Abbas Naqvi was not present to lay a paper on behalf of Minister for Youth Affairs and Sports Vijay Goyal. Amid protests, Sitharaman did that on behalf of Naqvi. Kurian said Goyal had taken leave of absence and Naqvi was permitted to lay the papers on his behalf. And in absence of Naqvi, he had permitted Sitharaman to do so. Soon Naqvi came into the House and all the papers were laid. Similar scenes were witnessed when the House met at noon as Chairman Hamid Ansari's pleas for allowing question hour to be taken up fell on deaf ears. Naresh Agarwal of the SP rose to raise a point of order but was disallowed by the chairman, who said it cannot be permitted during question hour. As the chairman directed starting of question hour, Congress and other opposition members who were standing in the aisles raised slogans and rushed to the well. While TMC members raised slogans against the government, Congress members also joined them. Amid the continued din in the House, the chairman adjourned the House till 2 p.m. As the House reconvened at 2 p.m., Agarwal raised a point of order saying the Rajya Sabha had been undermined since the government had brought in a bill in the Lok Sabha yesterday to amend the Income Tax Act. He said that the bill has not been put before the Rajya Sabha and the aim was to convert it into a money bill, after which the Rajya Sabha will be forced to pass it. Agarwal demanded that a committee be set up to look into issues affecting the prestige of the House. The move was supported by the Congress leaders Rajiv Shukla and Jairam Ramesh and those from other parties who said it was a serious matter that many bills were being introduced as money bill by the government, which undermined the upper house. SP leader Ram Gopal Yadav said moves to bring down the prestige of the House should not be allowed. Giving his ruling, Deputy Chairman P.J. Kurian said the Constitution is very clear on what is a money bill and what is not. He also asked Agarwal to give a proper notice for setting up of a committee. Kurian then took up discussion on the demonetization issue, following which the Congress and BSP leaders trooped into the well of the House, demanding the presence of the Prime Minister. Following the continued sloganeering, Kurian adjourned the House for the day. Well, that's all in this edition of Parliament News. Coming up next will be Sansad Samachar. Stay tuned. Namaskar.